Hey, yo, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is, oh shit, what the fuck? Hold on real quick. It is January 18th, 2025, 1:08 p.m. Now, I mean, it's snowing here in New York. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I mean, it's snowing, but it's not like a lot of snow. You know what I mean? The snow kind of puts you in a funky mood and such. You know what I mean? It kind of put me in a fucked up mood yesterday too. I mean, that wasn't the real part of it, or why I was kind of, upset, but that was, it was, a little bit of it. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like the whole thing and such. Like I said, I feel a lot better now. You know what I mean? I'm actually at my current house right now. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to stay over at Mama Tag's house, but I had to take care of something very important for work. You know what I mean? I'm going to be watching football. I'm going to be watching, the NFL playoffs is on. You know what I mean? I'm going to be watching the Pats and the Texans. I really don't know who the fuck I'm going for the Super Bowl. I mean, my team is out. You know what I mean? I'm a Giants fan. And then later today, I see the Rams and the Bears. You know what I mean? Like, my Giants is out. Like, there's no, honestly, there's really no, there's nothing for me to cheer for. You know what I mean? My Giants is out. We got John Harbaugh. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. So let me bring up a report that I seen early to. Matter of fact, let me mute this. Right now I'm watching what the fuck is pickleball? What the fuck? I'm bringing up something that was from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful about how WWE talents are quote unquote worried about AEW talent coming in, coming into the company and stealing their spot, right? So we know with Powerhouse Hobbs, he's officially out the roster. He is gone from the AEW roster and such, right? Like I said, AEW is very meticulous with who gets released and who doesn't, right? Matt, let me go bring my garbage bag because I'm eating fucking zingers and coffee cake and some milk. So we know they're gonna push Powerhouse Hobbs to a point. Trust me, they love his look. They love his look. Period. Now, I mean, they legit love the way how he looks. I mean, he's a big guy and stuff, And I seen one asshole on a comment section in the video, and I'm gonna find that video and I'm gonna put it in the description. Saying, oh well, Hobbs is gonna get lost in the shuffle. Hobbs has a body that, that WWE loves. You know what I mean? But let me read what's said, right? This is actually on my website. Now, tag pwnews.blogspot.com, right? I'm going to read the whole thing, and then we're going to dive in, okay? Backstage reaction to WWE to incoming AEW talent reveal. The tension between WWE and AEW may have cooled off, but that doesn't mean WWE's locker room is throwing a welcome party for incoming talent. With former names, most notably Powerhouse Hobbs, expected to arrive soon, questions are swirling around how WWE's roster feels about potential spot stealing. During a recent Fightful Select Q&A, Sean Ross Sapp addressed whether WWE stars are worried about losing their positions to former AEW talent. While the situation isn't nearly as chaotic as AEW's 2021-2022 wave of ex-WWE signings, the move behind the scenes is still something to watch. According to Sapp, there has been no direct complaints from WWE talent so far, but that could change depending on how WWE handles Hobbs' debut and push. Sapp explained that AEW talent in 2021 welcomed new arrivals but still worried about their own job security, and many ultimately lost their spots. AEW has learned the hard way that not every signing fits, especially when wrestlers, quote unquote, didn't want to do jobs or were already eyeing a WWE return under the new regime. In WWE's case, integration has been smoother, at least for now. Sapp added, I haven't heard any direct complaints from WWE talents as of now, but Hobbs hasn't debuted, so it's tough to say what his situation will be. I expect him to go to the main roster. If he hops the line, I'm sure some people will be jealous, but that isn't exclusive to any company. In short, nobody's upset yet, but don't expect universal hugs if Hobbs gets the rocket ship strapped to his back on day one. WWE has a long history of mixed reactions to incoming stars from rival promotions, and Hobbs may be the next big test. If the company positions him as a top threat immediately, expect some quiet frustration to bubble up behind the curtain. End quote. Matt, let me pause this so I can eat, because I got a lot to say. Hold on. First off, this is not WWE of 2001 when they acquired WCW. Now, that was a whole different time, right? Because WWE, they purchased a lot of contracts from WCW, and they viewed WCW at one point as the biggest threat to that point, right? Not so with ECW, but mostly with WCW. Okay? That's number one. Number two, we've seen AEW talent come into WWE, and they got pushes, but I didn't hear nobody complain. I mean, did people complain when Jay Cargill jumped and got a push? Huh? What about when Penta came in? Or Ray Phoenix? Huh? Did people complain? Or how about when Cody Rhodes returned to the company? Huh? Or how about when CM Punk returned to the company? Did people complain? No. Did people complain when Aleister Black and Rusev jumped back into the company? No. So all this, to be honest, is complete bullshit. It's bullshit because they're welcoming these people in. I'm absolutely sure that Obafemi and Braun Breaker will love to work with Powerhouse Hobbs. You don't think that they see people in AEW every fucking day, and it's like, man, another name. Did people complain about Stephanie Valkyrie? Huh? Did people complain about fucking Mariah May? Huh? Like I said, I'm sure like these guys would love to work with Powerhouse Hobbs. They watch him like, oh man, this guy is awesome. Same thing with the vets. Same exact thing with the vets. Come on. You don't think a Roman Reigns, is hyped up to work with someone like Powerhouse? Not even Roman Reigns. Randy Orton. You don't think Orton would love to work with a Powerhouse Hobbs? Huh? I mean, like, come on. There is no fucking tension. There is no tension. I'm going to tell you the real reason why people complained about AEW, signing ex-WWE talent in 2021. Let me eat this Zinger. Hold on. The real reason being, okay, is because look who was in WWE at the time. Look who was running shit at the time. And people wanted a better opportunity, right? Tony was more open to give these people chance after chance and shit, right? But also, these talents that came in from WWE, they knew deep in their hearts that AEW was not the place to be. Even the AEW signings knew that this was not the place to be. Because in their mind, they figured that, Vince was going to run WWE for the rest of their life, and they didn't want to work under him, right? But all that's changed completely. Think about this, okay? AEW is not a place where people are going to be there for the rest of their fucking life. Just like TNA, every single body in that company, everybody in that company, more than likely is not going to be in AEW within the next 2 or 3 years. That is not a company that you're going to hang it up towards. It's not. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because look how the company is now. Like, AEW actually kills the passion for wrestlers. It does. It destroys the passion. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that, Powerhouse Hobbs, a guy who was a day one, left AEW going to WWE, and not only and I'm pretty sure the quote unquote less money is just as good as what AEW probably was offering Hobbs. Maybe $100 million less. You know, or like, yeah, like maybe, like, let's say AEW probably gave him what? Let's say they offered him 3 mil, 3 or 4 mil. WWE probably offered him, 2 mil. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That's better. Yeah, and now and then, but also think about this. He know this opportunity. He know this opportunity there. Right? So you don't think AEW talent is going to, you don't think they see that and are saying to themselves, man, I'm not getting pushed here. Tony doesn't respect me. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people over here respect me. So why the fuck am I going to stay here, and give my time to this company when they don't respect me, they don't push me, they don't use me? Yeah, I'm getting paid, but I'm not happy. You know what I'm saying? And let me also say this now. Okay? This is a completely different locker room. A way completely different locker room than what we've seen like the last 2 decades. It is a much different locker room. You know what I'm saying? AEW and WWE, I'll be honest, like they're not even the enemy. Like WWE don't even view them as, as like the main enemy. Like, yeah, they're the biggest competition, but they're beneath WWE at this point. The sickos don't like that. The sickos get so into their fucking feelings that they think that, oh, well, we signed this guy and we signed that guy. We took him away from WWE and blah, blah, blah. But what the fuck are you doing with these people? Huh? What are you doing? What, you don't think Josh Alexander has sinus remorse? Huh? You don't think Speedball Mike Bailey has sinus remorse? You don't think all these people have sinus remorse? And that's another thing with WWE. It's like, okay, no problem. You go sign with these people and we'll come back. Yeah, excuse me. We'll come back and we'll get you. Now, I mean, at a later time. Because you still have name value. I mean, bottom line, you're going to see a lot more AEW talent jump into WWE. You know what I mean? And they're going to be more than accepted of them. More than that. Why? Because it's not a hostile environment. It is not a hostile environment. I mean, shit. You don't think WWE will be, you don't think the women in WWE will welcome Britt Baker? You don't think that would be the case? You don't think they will welcome Anna Jay? Actually, I'm going to use Britt Baker, who is basically a day one with AEW. You don't think they're going to, welcome him with open arms? If you don't think that, you are dumb as fuck. Now, I mean, this report is bullshit. It's a bullshit report. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb as shit. Sap, him and Meltzer basically like Siamese twins when it comes down to AEW. I think he's trying to, to create division so that it makes AEW look like, the angels and all this, but in reality, they're not. If y'all don't like if the sickos don't like what I have to say, you could suck my my peanut butter Puerto Rican dick, bitch. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. I will be coming with one more video tonight. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.